Hi everyone! I hope you guys are having a good week. So we'll start by bowing in again. Alright, let's stand up. Let's start with going side to side. You can lift your heels. That helps you turn more. Big circles with both arms. Now just one side, going forward. Now backwards. Switch sides, forward and backwards. Now let's combine the two. One arm goes forward as the other arm goes backwards. Now switch directions. Awesome. Sit down, one arm goes up, the other one reaches from the bottom. See if you can shake your own hand. Now let's switch. One side is usually harder than the other. Nice. Go forward. Try to breathe out and in to one side. Now to the other side. Now take a rather wide stance, humbi, and lean forward. Make sure your knee goes over your toes. Switch directions by pivoting. Again, lean forward, shift your weight. Off to one side, keep your foot flat. To the other side. Shift your weight back to the other side and now toes up. Try to reach your toes. Over to the other side. Now touch your toes. Right, get into a good squat. Put your elbows against your knees and push them out. Stand up. All right, let's do some jumping jacks. Make sure you reach your hands all the way to the top of your head and you jump wide. All right, let's do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job. Now let's do some side skating. So you're gonna start on one side. You're gonna jump to the other side on one foot, put all your weight on that leg, and then you hop back to the other side. Now let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now see if you can go lower by bending your knees. Gets harder. All right, good job. Now let's do corner skating. This is the same idea as the previous exercise, but you're going to go front to back and hit 4 corners. Front, the other side, jump to the back, and to the other side. Okay, let's get started. Front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. Keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's do some low squats now. So make sure you get nice and low. Raise your hands as you go down. Keep your back straight and your heels touching the ground. All right, let's do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. All right, now on to footwork. We'll work on step and pivot today. Right foot forward, step with the left foot, pivot. Step with the left foot, pivot, step, pivot, keep your weight forward. Now switch hummy, left foot forward, step with the right foot, pivot, step with the right foot, pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot. You don't always have to pivot after every step. You can take a couple of steps forward and pivot. So play around a little bit on your own, and you get to choose when you would like to pivot. Great. Okay, now we will do step back and a pivot. So again, start with the right foot forward. This time you'll step back with the right foot and pivot. Step back with the right foot and pivot. Step back, pivot, step back, pivot. Now left foot forward, step back with the left foot and pivot. Step back, pivot. Again, keep your weight forward at all times. Now feel free to take a few steps back before you pivot. So take as many steps as you want before you turn around to face the other direction. Again, keep your weight forward. Slide your feet across the mat. Now we're going to mix it up. So you can take some steps forward, pivot. You can take some steps backwards. So feel free to move freely and smoothly. Try different patterns. Okay, now we'll add something to our step and pivot. Right foot forward, step with the left foot, pivot, and now cut all the way down to the ground. Come up, step with the left foot, pivot, cut all the way down to the ground, keeping your back straight, eyes forward. Step, pivot, and cut. As you come up, tighten your belly, use your core muscles. Cut all the way down. Now let's switch feet, left foot forward, step with the right foot, pivot, cut all the way down, come up, step, pivot, and cut all the way down. Let's do 2 more. 1, and 2. Nice job. Now grab a pillow. We'll do the same exercise. Step, pivot, cut all the way down and put the pillow down on the ground. Now let's pick it up, come up, step, pivot, and put the pillow down. Just like before, make sure you keep your back straight. Come up, lift, pivot, and put it down. We'll switch sides now. Left foot forward, step and lift, pivot, cut all the way down, come up, step, pivot, put the pillow down. Oops, don't forget to take the pillow with you. Step, pivot, put the pillow down. Now take the pillow with you. And one more time. Put it down. Great job. Now we'll add a second pivot. We'll do double pivot. Step, pivot, raise, and pivot again. Now put the pillow down. Right foot forward, step, pivot, now raise, and pivot, put the pillow down. Come up, step, pivot, raise your pillow over your head, pivot again, and put the pillow down. One more time from right foot forward, all the way down. Left foot forward, step, pivot, raise your pillow, pivot, and all the way down to the ground. Step, pivot, raise your hands, pivot, and put the pillow down. 2 more times. Step, pivot, pivot, and down. Step, pivot, raise, pivot again, and all the way down. Good job.
Okay, so now let's try to think about what techniques can we do using this footwork. Step and a pivot, possibly another pivot. I'll give you guys some time to think about it. All right, let's see it.
So what did you come up with? Here are some that I came up with. Attack from Aihami, step, pivot, and cut down into a Shihonage. This is the first footwork that we practiced today. Step, pivot, and cut all the way down into a pin. Again, this is a Shihonage, step, pivot, and cut down. Next, you can step in behind the partner, pivot, and pivot again to finish a iriminage. Step, pivot, and pivot again. It's very important to pivot completely. Again, this is iriminage. Here's another technique. Step, pivot, and pivot. Step, pivot, raise your hands and pivot again. This is the second footwork that we worked on to do a kokyuho. You can do this with a pillow. Step, pivot, raise, and pivot. Put that pillow down on your opponent. Step, pivot, raise, pivot, and put that pillow down. But if somebody attacks you and you have a pillow, you can use that to create some distance. Now let's bow out. Arigatou gozaimashita.